wonderful. The harmonies, just great. Don't make them like that nowadays, really, do they?
They don't.
No.
One Direction, they'll be the new Earth, Wind and Fire.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, don't know about that. So we're still talking about when is the charity concert?
Yeah, we should say that. It's a week on Sunday, Sunday the 17th of March, and the Jam House is at 5 Queen Street in Edinburgh, if you don't know.
So it's the St Patrick's weekend.
St Patrick's
which
weekend.
is easier to remember. Yes, St Patrick's weekend.
And also, Hearts are playing in Hampden.
Oh dear.
So what we're
on the same day.
Yeah, well, what we're thinking is the Jam Tarts, right, should go along to the game, nobody says they shouldn't, and let their wives come along to the Jam House. Okay, so all these football widows, as you call them, should come along to the Jam House, have a girls' night, and then the Jam Tarts should come through, hopefully to celebrate, to the Jam House, because we start at 7, but it's right on till 11:30. So even if they came in a little bit later, they would still enjoy all this wonderful music.
And even though technically it's a school night because it's a Sunday night, it finishes at 11:30, so it's not a late one.
No, definitely.
It's not a late one. But
no, I need that.
How much entertainment can you squeeze into 4.5 hours? Just absolutely brilliant. Hey,
I've got
fantastic lineup. Yep.
One more to tell you about, which is very exciting. It's called Sing in the City. Now, a friend of mine, Kirsty Baird, a great singer, piano player, used to do the circuit, always really, really busy. And I hadn't heard about her for a wee while. And then, of course, through Facebook, it was mentioned that she had got a choir together, which was great. You know, housewives and just people from the street sort of thing. She said, look, do you want to come along? We'll get a choir together, which she's done. Now she's got 4 choirs.
I think they're actually building up to number 6.
Oh, number 6, is it?
They're spreading out, and the good thing that they've done is they're looking to spread out. It started off in I think it was Pilrig.
Pilrig, that's when I went to see them.
That started off in Pilrig Church there.
Yeah.
And they've branched out. They've now got one in Carstorfen.
That's right.
And I think they're trying to set one up in the Musselburgh sort of area.
Oh, they're going down East Coast, right?
And
good.
Moving out into the Liberton and sort of South Edinburgh area.
Right,
so
okay.
yeah, they're called Sing in the City.
Sing in the City, and Annette Hanley and Kirsty Baird, they run it. Now, apart from singing, they go out and do lovely charity work. They got all the old people in Leith together before Christmas and gave them a lovely Christmas party. And they're all really lovely people. And what has happened is there's a great camaraderie among them. And when I went along to Pilrig Church to see a rehearsal, I was just so touched by the happy faces, smiling faces. Now, this was a Tuesday night in January, and it wasn't looking too good outside. I couldn't really be bothered because EastEnders was coming on. But anyway, I went along. I was so glad I went because there was 40 or 50 big smiling faces, and Kirsty stands up and she's just like a conductor.
Yeah.
She just really knows her stuff, you know. And they've got a girl playing piano at the rehearsals, but they have a band when they go out and do gigs. And then John and I went along to Barclay Church about 3 weeks ago and saw the Christopherson band, the Christopherson Choir, with the full band. And I've never had such a good night. It was wonderful. She split the choir, she split the audience up into 2 sections, and she had, you know, one sort of singing louder than the other, and we all joined in, and the kids were up on the stage, and honestly, it was just wonderful. So hats off to her and Annette. They're doing a great job.
Well, there you go, Kirsty and Annette. There's a bit of free advertising for you. Can I just add as well that it's like a community sort of thing that they're doing. They're bringing people from the community together, putting them together with song. But they are actually looking for male members more than females as well, because I've got so many females, but they're looking for male members. So if you're interested at all in joining a choir, to have a bit of a social side as well, and just do some good old singing, have a look either on Facebook or on the internet, which is Sing in the City, and get yourself in touch with Kirsty or Annette, and get yourself along and have a wee sing song.
They're in the evening news, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they've had quite good publicity. Because
recently.
Are they?
Yeah, they're in the paper today. Something about, let me see, it was on Facebook. Something about a guy that worked in the air. He works in the air, and he'd met a girl in South Africa when they were both doing, what do you call that work? Volunteering.
Yeah.
And he wanted to ask her if she would marry him. So he did that in Edinburgh when they flew up from London together, and the choir were there to do the backing. So it was in the paper. I saw that today. Wonderful. So actually, what's come out of it, they've got a performance choir. Now, they would appear, for instance, in Meadowbank Sometimes they go along and do something at Meadowbank. They've also appeared for the Lord Provost.
Yep.
And they go out and do actual gigs. They do weddings and all that sort of thing. And it's a performance choir that are coming along to the Jam House. Very, very professional. And if people are thinking it'll be a lot of hymns, then they'll be pleasantly surprised,
yes,
because there's a lot of humour and a lot of good
contemporary songs,
pop and rock songs. Exactly.
Definitely.
So something for everyone there.
So it's just about all together. It's a week on Sunday. It's just about all. Are you getting that sort of buzz and excitement?
I just want it to be a success, because I just like to say I was down at the Western today with my husband, and I just looked round and saw these people waiting for their fate, and some of them would get good news and some of them would be getting bad news. Luckily my husband got good news, but the reason that we are doing this, the important reason, apart from all the music and all the fun, the raffles, etc., which I've not mentioned, we've got lots of nice raffle prizes too, is to raise money for Edinburgh's new hospice. There's so many people suffering from cancer that they need a bigger hospice, and that's what it's all about, is to raise money. So even if you can't make it, get in touch with the Jam House, get in touch with myself, Liz MacEwan, on Facebook, or get in touch with Tickets Scotland in Rose Street and pay your £15 and either come along or do a good thing.
Brilliant stuff, Liz.
Thank you.
And can I just say, on a personal note, because we're going to get you to sing a wee song, which is very relevant to sort of play us out.
Exactly.
But can I just say a big thank you, I suppose, on the behalf of everybody who benefits from the charity work that you do, because you do put a lot of effort in it. You've done a lot over the years, so thank you very much. I do my bit as well, but
Certainly do.
I think more than others, you've done your bit over the years,
Thank you.
That there is so much hard work that goes into it.
A lot of hard work.
And it's always, I do a lot of stuff for Chaz, and I went along and I had a visit of their hospice up in Fife, Rachel House, and it's so good to see where the money goes, and I've no doubt you're exactly the same with St Columba's, and it's so nice and rewarding to get the thanks back as well from knowing that the money that you've raised is going to make a difference. Yeah,
and all the money raised, there's no expenses, because we've got an anonymous benefactor who gives us £500 every time we do a concert. And you would think that's a lot of money, and where does it go? But the posters are expensive, the flyers are expensive, the petrol, for going all round to see the different bands, etc., is expensive. So we thank her very, very much. That's something she does every year. The other thing to tell you is we are going to have the first DVD of the new hospice from St Columba's, and it will be shown the very first time at the Jam House a week on Sunday.
Brilliant stuff. So Sunday the 17th at the Jam House, 7 o'clock to 11:30. Tickets are
£15.
£15. Every single penny will go to St Columba's new hospice, and it's been organised by Liz MacEwan and John. And there's loads and loads and loads of different entertainment that's on in the night, so get yourself along. Going to get Liz to sing us out with a wee song, which is very appropriate.
I think so. What a difference a day made. What a difference a day made. 24 little hours. Now the sun and the flowers, where there used to be rain. My yesterday is through, dear. Today I'm part of you, dear. All my lonely nights are through, dear. Since the moment you were mine. What a difference a day made. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't ignore me. In my mind thrilling kiss is heaven when you put romance on the menu. What a difference a day made, and that difference is you.
And that was the absolutely fantastic sounds of Liz McEwan promoting the charity concert which is being held next Sunday night, Sunday the 17th of March at the Jam House. If you want to get tickets, all you need to do is get in touch either with the Jam House or get in touch with Liz McEwan, M-A-C-E-W-A-N, obviously. And you can get in touch on Facebook. I'd like to thank my other guests on the show today. Earlier on, Sharon Graham was talking about her plight with cancer. Thank you very much for that, Sharon. And also to Saul Christie, who travelled all the way down from Inverness. Yeah, he's off his heat. But he's on his way back to Cooper, where he lives. Coming up after the news, Kenny McDonald will be doing a drive time show, taking you through until 6 o'clock, when Bob Wood will be here in the chair, doing What's New in Technology until 8 o'clock.